Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be to you all. My name is Herman. I'm Indonesian and Javanese by origin. Java is the name of an island in Indonesia, um, the most populated island. And you probably heard the name Java pretty much everywhere, especially coffee. Well, we can talk more about it. Anyway, this channel name is Jawi Nusantara. I have a reason why I name it that way. Jawi means people from Java. Java in the past was referred to all the archipelago, location regions, which refer to modern Indonesia, southern Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and up to southern of Philippines. That's what in the past was called Java. So people from there, if you read an Arabic scripture, it was called Jawi before colonized by Netherlands, England, and Portuguese, Spain, and so on and so forth. Anyway, yeah, I name it that way, Jawi and Nusantara. So why this channel exists? Predominantly because of I love learning things, and I learn a lot from YouTube, especially about Islamic learning, Islamic teaching, branches of ilm or knowledge of Islam, such as Aqidah or Creed, Sharia or Fiqh, and Tasawwuf as well, or Tazkiyatun Nafs. I learned a lot, since I was a kid, and up to now, I learned through channels of YouTube. However, when I learn in YouTube, predominantly in English English-speaking channels, I found very rarely Indonesia has been referred or discussed or let's put it this way. How often you heard about scholars or ulama from Indonesia, such as current in a modern time right now, Gus Baha, for instance, or Bahauddin Nur Salim, Sheikh Bahauddin Nur Salim, or Kiai Bahauddin Nur Salim. Chances are nearly zero, I believe. Or the previous, which is his teacher, such as Kiai Haji Maimun Zubair, for instance. Same thing. What about like the tafsir? There is an quite old tafsir from 1950s, 60s, something like that. Not that old, but anyway, it's pretty old. Using Javanese language, the name of the tafsir is Al-Ibris. Have you heard about it? Chances are also nearly zero. It's written by a scholar's name, Kiai Bisri Mustafa, which is the father of Kiai Mustafa Bisri. Anyway, that's an interesting name, right? There are other things, such as when we discuss about how the Sufism influenced the revolt against the oppressors or the colonizers. Let's say in North Africa, for instance, you heard about Sanusi movement. You heard about Qadiri movement, for instance. Have you ever heard about Diponegoro, for instance, that was influenced by the Sufism tariqah called Sataria, for instance? Chances are also nearly zero. In fact, Diponegoro wrote his autobiography, and the autobiography is, becoming the world memory, actually. It's recognized as the world memory by the United Nations. People, study about him, about his movement against the colonizer, which is Netherlands. That kind of information is probably left out, although Indonesia is the biggest majority Muslim country in the world as of now, until now. Data 2024, I believe it's 230 million of Indonesian are, identify themselves or identified as Muslim, while the second will be Pakistan and followed by India. Just for the context, Saudi Arabia, for instance, has around 36 million, I believe, Muslims. So you can try to multiply how many fold are the Indonesian Muslim right now. Anyway, with that number, how can we live peacefully, with all the diversities. We have hundreds of languages. Indonesia is listed as the second second largest languages preserved after Papua New Guinea. Indonesia is also like I believe it's one of the largest ethnicities, diversity in ethnicities. Also we live in harmonious way to the best possible, of course, with other, followers of religion, such as we live together with, Christian, Catholics, Buddhism, Hinduism, and also, not many people know Confucianism, or we call it Konghucu, is also recognized as one of the Indonesian formal religion. That's how can we live together like that, and what are the history, how Islam came. Probably you scratch the notes somewhere, or you listen to podcasts, or somebody made a documentary about the Islam came. But what about afterwards? What about during the colonization era by the Dutch, by the Japanese, by the the current modern time after the Republic is built? How the Islam spread? How, for instance, in the language, how the method called Utawi, metode Utawi Iki Iku, becomes the backbone of learning language of Arabic languages for majority Indonesian, especially in the Java regions, and producing a lot of ulama from there. How Indonesia in the past, which is the Jawi people, or the Nusantara people, become the producers of ulama that lives and teaches in Haramain before the build of the Saudi, modern Saudi era, and what happened after that. That's also interesting thing to discuss. So I would like to invite to you all to discuss about these topics in this channel, and I'll also upload this type of topics here. Please show me, tell me what you want to learn, and I would like to explore from there as well. Thank you very much, and happy exploring to our channll. Till next meeting.